Hi everybody, my name is Ron Kenner and you're watching Out of Zion on God TV. We just started a series called The 9 Biblical Reasons That Christians Should Support Israel. It goes back to an interview that I had a few years ago. I was actually being interviewed and the person asked me, Ron, why should Christians support Israel? And my mind went blank. As a Messianic rabbi for many years, I'd written books about this. My mind just went blank. But as I went back to my hotel, I began to think about it and I came up with 9 reasons. This is reason number 2. When Yeshua returns, he returns to Israel, specifically to this city right over my shoulder, to the old city of Jerusalem. And he returns as a Jew. The Bible says in Zechariah chapter 14, it says, "Then the Lord will go out and fight against those nations as he fights in the day of battle. On that day, his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives, east of Jerusalem, and the Mount of Olives will be split in two, forming a great valley, and then he will enter into the old city of Jerusalem." When Yeshua comes back, he comes back as the King of Jerusalem, the King of the Jews, the King of Israel, and the ruler of the nations. And he comes back as a Jew. Have you ever thought about that? Is Yeshua still Jewish? Well, post-resurrection, John refers to him as the Lion of Judah. And in Romans 9:5, Paul says that the ethnic identity of Yeshua is significant. To be honest with you, I think it'll be a great shock if somebody is anti-Semitic and they're believing for the return of the Son of God, and suddenly the Son of God, the Lion of Judah, the Son of David, comes back as a Jew to Jerusalem. I don't believe that Yeshua will return for an anti-Semitic bride. I certainly wouldn't. And then after he returns, the Bible says this, "Then the survivors from all the nations that have attacked Jerusalem will go up year after year to worship the King," that's Yeshua, "the Lord Almighty, and to celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles." That's called Sukkot. So there will be survivors from the second coming. We'll be changed in a twinkling of an eye. We'll have glorified bodies during the millennial reign. But those survivors from the nations will come up year after year and they will worship Yeshua in this city. And if nations don't come up, the Bible speaks about that. If any of the peoples of the earth do not go up to Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord Almighty, they will have no rain. If the Egyptian people do not go up and take part, they will have no rain. The Lord will bring on them the plague he inflicts on the nations that do not go up to celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles. I guess my encouragement would be, come to Jerusalem and celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles. When I think of that celebration, I think of the most amazing, multicultural, ethnic celebration of Jesus as the Messiah. Music from every nation all over the earth, from Africa, from Europe. It's going to be amazing. And that's reason number 2 why the church should bless Israel. Now make sure you go to God.tv so you never miss an episode.
For more information on God TV and the Out of Zion programs, or to view these programs again, go to god.tv/Zion.